Welcome on board the Oasis of the Seas. My name is Mikulus, and I have the pleasure of being your destination expert for this amazing cruise vacation as you and I explore the enchanting Mediterranean, a region so rich in history, with countless adventures, stunning landscapes, and, don't forget, amazing wines and local cuisines. Today we're going to be talking about Dubrovnik, Croatia. Now there are countless reasons to take a Royal Caribbean shore excursion. First of all, we've done all the homework and guesswork for you. That way you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy your tour. And the only question you might be asking yourself is, did I take enough pictures? But these are the top reasons to take a Royal Caribbean shore excursion. Number one, you are guaranteed to be one of the very first guests off the ship. Let's face it, these ports of call are the reason we came on this cruise. When you book a Royal Caribbean shore excursion, you are guaranteed to be one of the first guests off the ship that enables you to maximize your time in these ports of call. Number two, we have a hassle-free cancellation policy, meaning that for any reason if you change your mind, as long as we have 24 hours notice, you're welcome to cancel or change your tour as you wish. Number three, guaranteed return to the ship. When you take a shore excursion through Royal Caribbean, we are in constant communication with our professional tour operators. This enables us to know your tourist whereabouts at all time, ensuring that you make it back to the ship before we sail. Another reason that lets you enjoy your tour. 4. In-depth destination experts. We pride ourselves in having the most knowledgeable and informative multilingual destination experts on every single tour, ensuring that you also get the backstory. All this information and more is detailed in full on your shore excursion pamphlet found right there in your statement. But for more information, including which tours are in high demand and which tours are newly available, please tune in to Channel 15 for the latest and greatest shore excursion information. Now, our first port of call is going to be Dubrovnik, Croatia. We arrive at 7 a.m. sharp, and all aboard is not until 3:30 p.m. One of the most popular destinations in all of Europe, and rightfully so, Dubrovnik is a glittering jewel in the Adriatic. Dubrovnik's radiating landscape is only matched by the number of UNESCO heritage locations that the city holds dear. Unique and bewitching, taking a tour in Dubrovnik ensures you create a memory that you will never forget. Let's walk through a couple of the most recommended tours in Dubrovnik. Number 1, Panoramic Dubrovnik and City Tour by Coach. This is a fantastic half-day tour that offers 2 departures. The greatest thing is when you take the morning departure, you'll have the afternoon free to yourself, or you can even stack it with an additional tour. This tour is great to give an overall taste of Dubrovnik. With views from Ursula Park and the over 2 kilometers of walls that surround the city, a stroll down the town is included with the Dominican monastery. You will be in a small group of only 20 to 25 people, and entry fees to all the sites are included. Number 2, Seaside Resort of Kaptat and Dubrovnik. Another half-day tour by coach. This tour will give you some sights of the walking areas of Dubrovnik, especially Old Town. However, this tour, as opposed to the previous tour, exchanges the cathedrals and monasteries in Dubrovnik, and instead takes you 15 miles south to the resort town of Kaptat. Located in the hilly region of the greater Dubrovnik area, Kaptat has been a destination for many royals' honeymoons, and there you will see the clear, beautiful waters of the Adriatic and a luxury class hotels, all surrounded by a romantic Mediterranean forest. Best of Adriatic. This full-day tour covers everything. It not only combines both previous tours I mentioned, including the monasteries of Dubrovnik, the rich history of the Old Town, the lavish affluency of Kaptat, but also lets you experience a traditional Croatian lunch in a restaurant named Kovanovski Dvor, where time looks as though it has stood still. The restaurant itself is set in an old mill, the staff is dressed in traditional clothing, and you'll be able to sample national delicacies the way your Croatian grandmother would have made them. Highlights of Dubrovnik Riviera. This is a shortened version of the previous tour, and instead focuses more time on descriptive narrative highlighting the marine importance of Dubrovnik. We recommend this tour for anyone who has already been to Dubrovnik, as this opens your eyes to a whole new level of the city's past and future. Racing sea kayaking in Dubrovnik. Hop on a kayak as you head off into the pristine Adriatic waters surrounding Dubrovnik. You will have a planned stop at Lockroom Island, where you can relax on the beach or try one of the island's many underwater swim crews. Panoramic Dubrovnik and City Tour by Boat. Dubrovnik is a city whose architecture is most impressive when viewed from the sea, and what better way to enjoy this view than a luxury yacht? This tour includes a 1-hour guided tour by boat, 2-hour guided historic tour of the downtown Old Town district, and 1 hour free time for you to explore and get lost in the beauty of Dubrovnik and get all those extra souvenirs or photos that you've been missing. Dubrovnik by cable car for families. It's a great tour for family members young and old. It includes a cable ride up to the highest point in Dubrovnik to unrivaled paramount views of the largest open-air museum city in the world. Follow it up with a 2-hour guided walking tour of the city and finish with 1 hour free time at your leisure. Riviera Cruise and Old Town highlight with cable car. This next tour combines the previous two tours that I spoke about. This is going to give you a 1-hour yacht tour, followed by a 2-hour walking tour of Old Town. It's going to include the Dominican monasteries and cathedrals, and then it's going to take you up to that highest point that we spoke about, giving you quite literally a vista from every single angle. Cruise Dubrovnik Riviera and Beach Break. This is a great tour for anybody escaping the cold or for someone who just wants to sit in the soft sand and take in some rays. This tour starts off with a 1-hour boat ride, followed by a guided tour of Old Town, and then finally drops you off at a quintessential Mediterranean beach break hotspot. Preferred shopping in Dubrovnik. When you are exploring these amazing ports of call, it's important to have peace of mind. That's the reason why we have this preferred shopping program going on in our ports of call. We have experts on board who every single week go out in port and find the absolute best shopping deals and dining recommendations. Here are a few of our favorites. Dubrovnik treasures. Nothing captures a memory on a cruise like jewelry. With a perfect TripAdvisor rating based on over 700 views, it's no surprise that the brother and sister team that make up Dubrovnik treasures is our #1 recommendation for jewelry. Every single piece of jewelry is handmade by the owners themselves and features true Croatian finishes. Croata. Did you know the necktie was actually invented by the Croatians? It was in the 17th century when Croatian mercenaries first brought the cravat to Western Europe. Croata is a store that specializes in top-quality neckties and bow ties. Featuring a plethora of bow ties for men and women, you are literally spoiled for choice at Croata. Next are our dining recommendations in Dubrovnik. #1 is the Dubrovski 1836 restaurant and bar. With customer service nothing short of legendary, this nearly 24-hour Croatian restaurant can serve you breakfast, salad, or white wine and seafood risotto. With marina views and plenty of seating for large groups, this restaurant is a not to be missed in Dubrovnik. Next up, Fish Restaurant Prado, an absolute must for fish lovers. Try local specialties like salt-crusted baked sea bass or grilled scallops and truffle sauce, all while taking in the appetizing views of the city from the heated terrace. Now, you must get out there and explore Dubrovnik, and there's so much to see and do. But to make sure that you don't get lost in all the beauty, we've put together a top 5 must-do list in Dubrovnik. #1, the Dalmatian Coast. Dalmatians were made popular by the 101 Dalmatians in the 1960s, but the spotted dogs can actually be traced all the way back to Croatia. Whether you are exploring it by yacht or by kayak, seeing the Great Walled City from the sea is a photo you'll be bragging about to everybody back at home. Exploring the old city and the city walls. With its over 2 kilometers of walls dating back nearly 1,000 years, and the most famous Dominican monastery built in the 13th century, you have to stroll down the legendary cobblestone streets of the inner city. Dubrovnik by cable car. In under 5 minutes, you will be over 500 meters above sea level. With panoramic views of the Dalmatian coast and even the neighboring islands, the cable car is definitely not to be missed. Purchase a Croata necktie. What better souvenir to take home from Dubrovnik than an ascot or cravat? For the best selection, prices, and quality, stop by Croata and take home a piece of history in Dubrovnik. And last but not least, enjoy the seafood and the local cuisine in Dubrovnik. There are some fantastic delicacies, including oysters, scallops, and local sea bass, all found at the 2 great restaurants in Dubrovnik. When you're exiting the ship, there are a few items that you must take with you before you even step foot off the gangway. #1, you need your SeaPass card for the man, woman, child, and your family. This is how we monitor who is on and off the ship. So again, make sure you have your SeaPass card for your man, woman, child, and your family. Also, for any member of your family over the age of 18 years of age, you must have government-issued photo ID. So don't forget to take your driver's license or a passport with you. You're also going to need to take your sun protective items, like your hat, your sunscreen, and of course your sunglasses. Make sure that if your tour includes aquatic activities, you take a beach towel and a bathing suit, and whatever you do, make sure that you do not forget your camera so that you can take in a memory of all these amazing sites that you're going to be visiting. For all this information and more, and to answer all of your questions, make sure you stop by the Shore Excursion Desk located on Deck 5. And when you're taking these pictures in the port, make sure you put them on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, or YouTube. Make sure you hashtag Royal WOW, which stands for Royal Wall of Wow, and that way we can include some of your testimonials in our next shoot. My name is Vince. I had the pleasure of being your destination expert for this amazing cruise. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you around the ship.